Okay, so we'll discuss the two cases. The first case is what? When n is odd, and then second case we'll discuss when n is even. So very simple. So now see here. 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power nx dx is equal to what? N minus 1 upon n minus 3, n minus 5. This is 0 to pi by 2 sine. Now tell me, so the power of sine here in this integration part, in every step, the power of sine is what? Decreases by what? It is decreases by 2, is it not? Because in the first case, we have power is what? Sine n minus 2. Then in the second step, it is sine to the power n minus 4. Then in the third step, we have sine to the power n minus 6. So in every step, the power of sine is decreases by what? 2. Is it not? So now tell me, anyone, if you go on like this, the next will be what? N minus 8. The next will be what? N minus 10, n minus 12, n minus 14. Like this, it will go on. Now tell me, if n is odd, what? If n is odd, then what will be the last power of sine? At one point, the power of sine will what? You look at the last term. So what will be the, in that last term, what will be the power of sine if n is odd? Simple, I am telling. Suppose you take the n, the value of n as 13. Say the value of n as 13. It's an odd number. So just to proceed like this, what will be the power of sine at last? In the last term, what will be the power of sine?
1.
Yeah, obviously it will be 1, no? Because this term is what? Whatever the subtraction part, these are what? Even. Is it not? 2, 4, 6, then after that what? 8, then 10, then 12, 14, 16. The power of sine cannot be negative. We are not going to take the power of sine as negative. So if you are taking n is equal to 13, so it will be what? N minus 12. The last term will be what? N minus sine power is what? N minus 12. That means 13 minus 12. That is what? Sine power is what? 1. After that, if you go on, then the power of sine will become what? Negative. So that part we are not going to consider. Because n is what? I have already considered n is a positive integer. Is it not? That means the power of, yeah, obviously n is positive, but the power of sine should be positive here. Because sine to the power nx I have considered, so n is a positive. That means the power of sine is what? Positive. It should be a positive integer. Okay? It may be 0, but it cannot be negative. So in the last term, what we are getting the power of sine is what? 1. So that means what you will get? 0 to pi by 2 sine x dx. The last term, I'm telling, in the last term, under integration, the power of sine will be what? 1. That means you will get 0 to pi by 2 sine x dx. So that is 0 to pi by 2 sine x dx. So just to find out this integration, so it will be what? Minus cos x, 0 to pi by 2. If you put here, so cos pi by 2 0, then minus minus become plus. Cos 0 is what? 1. So it is 1. The value of this integration is what? 1. Is that clear? Now tell me, like this here, you are in every, while finding this integration, its coefficient will be what? Its coefficient will be this one. Is it not? Try to understand how I am writing. While finding this integration, sorry, not this one. Yeah, see here. While finding this integration, no, this one. While finding this integration, you are getting the coefficient. What is you are getting? Its coefficient is what? N minus 3 by n minus 2. while finding this integration, its coefficient is what? N minus 4 by n minus 4, n minus 5 by n minus 4. Then in the next, if you find again, so what will you get? What will be the coefficient? So what will be the coefficient? If it is sine, it will be what? N minus 7 by n minus 6. 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power what? N minus n 8 x dx. So in the same way, this is the last term you are getting. If you are taking n as what, then obviously you will get some coefficient here. What will be that coefficient? Can you tell me, anyone? Can you tell me, anyone, what will be that coefficient? What will be that coefficient? Very simple now. Whatever the power of sine you are getting here, whatever with the power, after integration of this, you are getting its coefficient will be what? This one. So see here, what the relation already have explained that one. What is the relation in between this? In the coefficient, if the power of sine is n minus 4, then what you are writing? N minus 5 by n minus 4. That means you are in the numerator, you are writing its power is what? 1 less than whatever with the power is there. And the denominator, I am writing the same thing. The denominator, I am writing the same thing. So what? 1 less, is it not? So this is the last term. So before this, what will be the term? Before this, what will be the term? Under integration, that will be what? 0 to pi by 2. Because that if you integrate, then you will get the coefficient this one. So before this integration, what will be that term? 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power what? কি হবো? It is 3 no হবো নাকি? Sine to the power 3x dx, because in the next step, the power of sine will get decreases by what? 2 every time. So here it is power is what? 1. So before that, the power of sine will be what? 3 it will be. So if it is 3, so if you compare, so whatever with the power of your sine, the next coefficient will be what? 1 less than this one. So what it is? 3. So it's what? It will be 2. The coefficient of this will be what? Your 2 divided by. Denominator will be what? Same as the power of sine. What is the power of sine? That is what? 3. So it is 2 by 3. That means the integration of this is what? This one. And the integration of this, that is 1. That means the last term you will get what? As 2 by 3. Is that clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll use that one here. So that's it. The last term will be what? 2 by 3, 0 to pi by 2, sine to the power x, sine x dx. And what is the integration of 0 to pi by 2 sine x? Just now we have calculated that is equal to what? 1. So just you put 1. So ultimately what you are getting? 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power n x dx. If n is odd, the formula is what? N minus 1, n minus 3, dot, dot, dot. It will be what? Because n is your odd minus odd, that will be what? Even. So you'll get the last term will be 2, and before that you will get 4, and before this 4 you will get 6, and before 6 you will get 8, like this. So, and the denominator will be what? N into n minus 2, n minus 4, n minus 6, n minus 8, like this it will go on, and the last term will be what? 3 into 1. Because odd minus even, that is your, you will get odd. So you are getting the last term as what? Odd. So this is the formula if n is odd, and that is called what? Wallis formula. This is one Wallis formula. The other one, If you are taking n is even, then what will you get? The process will be same. So can you tell me? Can you tell me anyone that if you are considering n is even, then what will be the power of sign in the last term? Because the power of sign is what? Decreases by 2 in every step. So in the last term, say if you are taking n is equal to 14, say I'm taking n is equal to 14. 14 as an even number. So what will be the power of sign in the last term? Can you tell me anyone?
2.
Hmm?
2, sir.
Not 2. It should be positive
0.
integer.
0.
Yeah, it should be 0.
0.
2 is what? Greater than 0. 0 is also here, you can consider as positive, no? So the power of sign in the last term will be what? 0. It should not be 2. You will get 2, but before 0, you are getting 2. And then after 2, you are getting 0. So 0, the power of sign in the last term. I'm asking about the last term. So in the last term, the power of sign will become what? 0. 14 minus 14, that will become 0. Because you are getting what? N, then after that what? N minus 2, then N minus 4, N minus 6, N minus 8, N minus 10, N minus 12, N minus 14. So N is 14, so 14 minus 14, that is 0. So in the last term, the power of sign will be what? 0. So sign to the power 0, what will be the value?
1.
1. Anything to the power 0, anything to the power 0, that is value is 1. That means 0 to pi by 2, sine to the power 0 is what? 1. 1 into dx, that is dx. 0 to pi by 2 dx. Okay? So that is yours here. 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2, sine to the power 0, you have got 0 to pi by 2 dx. So x, if you integrate, so it will be x, 0 to pi by 2. You put the limit of integration, you are getting pi by 2. So the value of this is what? Your pi by 2. Now, in the similar question, now tell me what will be the coefficient of this one, this integration. Now, before this integration, what will be the power of sine? It will be what? 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2 sine. Can tell me anyone what will be the power of sine before this integration?
2.
Yeah, 2. That will be 2 sine square x dx. So, if you find out the integration of this one using the above result, what coefficient you can write here?
1 by 2.
How it will be 1 by 2? Yeah, that's 1 by 2. Good. Because numerator should be what? 1 less than this one, is it not? Numerator is less than 1 by this power of sine. So it is 1, and then denominator will be same. Denominator will be what? Same as the power of sine, that is your 2. So it is 1 by 2. See, have you got this 1 by 2 here? Then before this, that means the coefficient of this one, that will be your nothing but, it will be 3 by 4 you will get, coefficient of this. That because before this, the power of sine will be what? 4. So you will get 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 before this. And the value of this is what? Pi by 2. So I've written pi by 2. And then simple. Numerator part I have multiplied, denominator part I have multiplied. So n minus 1, n minus 3 dot 3 into 1. Denominator is what? N minus n into n minus 2 dot 4 into 2 into pi by 2. Is that clear? So this is the reduction formula if n is what? Even. If n is even. So both formula you must have to remember. So if your question will come, find the value of this integration, say 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power, suppose 51 x dx. Okay. So without using this this formula, is it possible? No doubt it's possible, but it's a very tedious work to find out the integration of this one without using this result, without using this Wallis formula. It's a very tedious job to find out this integration. But if you use the Wallis formula, so it becomes very easy for you to get the value of this integration. So that's the beauty of this Wallis formula. Even a very complicated your integration, means like this type of integration, can be solved using Wallis formula. Is that clear? So here many problems has been discussed. Just one problem I am showing. So in this both formula you must have to remember. Then only you can do that. Then only you can apply that. This one is very simple. Sine to the power n 2x dx. You have to use the reduction formula. The process will be same as sine to the power nx. There is no different process. Process is same. You can go through that one. You will get this result. Now this example, just you see here. You need to prove that 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power twice m x dx is equal to what? Factorial twice m by 2 to the power m into factorial m whole square into pi by 2. Now this twice m is a positive integer. Now if m is a positive integer, then twice m is what? Huh? If m is a positive integer, then twice m is what?
Positive even integer.
Obviously, it's a positive even integer. So here the value of n is what? Even. Sine to the power n. N means what? Twice m. So here n is twice m and twice m is what? Even. So that means it's an even integer. So you need to use the what? Formula for what? Even integer. From the Wallis formula. Is that clear? So here twice m is even. So from this article means from the article, that means from Wallis formula, you write here. Therefore, from Wallis formula, we can write 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power twice m x dx is equal to, in place of n, you put twice n. So you will get this result. Simply, in place of n, you need to put twice m. Is that clear? Yes. This was the formula. Sorry. This was the formula for if n is what? Even. So in place of n, just you put twice m. So twice m minus 1, twice m minus 3, dot 3 into 1, twice m into twice m minus 2, dot 4 into 2 into pi by 2. So that has been written. So if you know this formula, then only you can write that one. Otherwise not. So that's why that formula should be, you must remember that. So just I have written that one, nothing more. So now see here. Let's see. Try to understand. So try to understand this one. After that, you need to prove this one. Okay, you need to prove this one. So I'm trying to prove this one. So just a simple simplification, some multiplication is required here to get that result. Now see here. The numerator part is what? Twice m minus 1, twice m minus 3, dot, twice m minus 5, then twice m minus 7, like this. It will be last term will be what? 5, 3, 1. So what? All the That means the numerator part is what? All are your odd part. Similarly, the denominator part, twice m minus 2, then twice m minus 4, like this it will be 4, 2. So the denominator parts are all are even. So what difference you are getting? So the numerator part all are odd and the denominator part all are even. So what I am going to do, whatever it is in the denominator, whatever it is in the denominator, with the same denominator, I am multiplying numerator and denominator again. Whatever we there in the denominator, with that, I am going to multiply both numerator and denominator. Okay. So if you will multiply the numerator by this, so what you will get? Twice m into twice m minus 1 into twice. I'm just arranging that one. Then twice m minus 2. These terms are missing here, no? So just that's why I'm multiplying the numerator by this and then again multiplying the denominator by this again. So ultimately it will be cancel out. You will get again this one. So I'm multiplying the numerator by this denominator term. So twice m into twice m minus 1 into twice m minus 2 into twice m minus 3, then twice m minus 4, like this it will be 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this is the numerator part. This is the numerator part. Okay, this is the numerator part. So, and with the same, again we are multiplying the denominator. So it will become what? That will become whole square, because say with the same thing I have multiplied, no? So this will become whole square into pi by 2. Is that clear? Is that clear? So now tell
Yes,
me.
sir.
Now tell me the numerator part. Numerator, just to see. What is it? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. It will be twice m minus 2, twice m minus 1, twice m. So, like if I'm writing 1 to 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So ultimately what you can write? We can write factorial 5, because factorial 5 is what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So here, same thing. Here it started from twice m, and each term is what? Decreases by 1. So twice m, then twice m minus 1, twice m minus 2, twice m minus 3. Like this, it is going up to what? 3 to 1. So this numerator, we can write as what? Factorial twice m. Can you write the factorial twice m, the numerator part? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now come to the, so the numerator is what? Factorial twice m. Now the denominator part you just see, try to understand. So in the denominator, what you need to prove? So numerator part you have already got factorial twice m here. Now denominator part is 2 to the power m into factorial m. That whole square is already there, no problem at all. Now see here. Here, twice m, then what? Twice m minus 2, then what? Twice m minus 4, then what? Twice m minus 6, like this, 4 into 2. So now see, if I'll
सर वो स्क्वायर कैसे आया वो तो एक बार समझा दीजिए ना ट्वाइस एम वो स्क्वायर कैसे हुआ
स्क्वायर
इसमें
बाबा हमने क्या किया इस लाइन में, क्या किया कि जो डिनोमिनेटर है, सो डिनोमिनेटर का जो भी तुम्हारा एलिमेंट है, उस एलिमेंट से न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई किया। सो अगर तुम्हारा सपोज न्यूमरेटर में कुछ भी है, अगर डिनोमिनेटर में सपोज x है, तो तुम इसको अगर x से मल्टीप्लाई करते हो और इसको भी अगेन x से मल्टीप्लाई करते हो, तो x इंटू एक्स कितना होता है? एक्स स्क्वायर नहीं होगा क्या? तो वही तो यहाँ पे जो भी इसका एलिमेंट है, उन सारे एलिमेंट से मैंने न्यूमरेटर को मल्टीप्लाई किया और उन्हीं सारे एलिमेंट से अगेन डिनोमिनेटर को भी मल्टीप्लाई किया। सो डिनोमिनेटर तो एक ही है ना, तो इसके कारण से क्या हो गया? ये होल स्क्वायर हो जाएगा, क्योंकि दो x इंटू एक्स कितना होगा? एक्स स्क्वायर होगा ना। सो हमने न्यूमरेटर व्हाट यू हैव गॉट, दैट इज योर फैक्टोरियल ट्वाइस m, and the denominator part. So first it is twice m, then it is twice m minus 2. So if you take 2 common from this, what will get? This one is here. Twice m minus 2, twice m minus 4, dot dot 4 into 2. This is the denominator part. Now, from this, so see here, it is twice m, no problem at all. Then from this, if you take 2 common, so 2 into what? M minus 1. Is it not? From this, if you take 2 common, what it will be? M minus 2. The next term will be what? Twice m minus 6. So if you take common 2, so it will be what? M minus 3. So like this, just go on. Like this, just go on. 4, from 4 just to take 2 common, so 2 into 2. Okay. Then into, from 2 just to take 2 common, so it will be what? 2 into 1. Okay. So now see, every term has 2 is common. So this 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 dot 2 into 2. Just I'm writing together because all are multiplied, no? Then I'm writing the other part here into m minus 1 into what? M minus 2. Then what? M minus 3 dot what? 2 into 1. Okay. So now tell me, this will be equal to what? M into M minus 1 into M minus 2 into M minus 3 dot 2 into 1. This will be what?
M factorial.
Yeah, this will be M factorial. So how many elements are there? How many elements are there?
M.
M elements. Now
M
please,
element.
so now can you tell me how many 2's are there here?
M.
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 Why?
M2.
Yeah. Yeah, mute. All of you mute, please. So here there are two number of M number of 2's are there. Why? Because this 2 I have taken out from each and every element. And how many elements you are getting? M element. So here how many number of 2's are here? M number of 2's are here. So if you multiply all this, so this will be is equal to what? 2 to the power m, and this is what? Factorial m. This is what your factorial m. And this whole, it will be what? Here it is what? Whole square, no? So ultimately it will become what? Whole square. So just put the values of this here. So that is what? 2 to the power m into factorial m. So it will be what? 2 to the power m into factorial m whole square. So now into pi by 2. Into pi by 2 is there. And that's the required result. Is that clear? Is that clear or not? So see here, it has been written. So ultimately, we are getting that result.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in that way. Now see here, you have to evaluate this one. Integration sine to the power 6. But here it is not given 0 to pi by 2. Okay. So you can't use the Wallis formula, but you can use which formula? You can use the reduction formula. Is it not? You can use the reduction formula. This one, this reduction formula. Already we have discussed. No? Using that reduction formula, you can easily find out the value of what? This integration. So see, here it is. You have got this one. Now, to the same question, if it is the limit of integration is from 0 to pi by 2, if it is from 0 to pi by 2, sine to the power 6x dx. So here you can use the Wallis formula. But in the previous problem, why you can't use the Wallis formula? Because there is no limit of integration is there. But here in the same problem, now here it is what? 0 to pi by 2. The limit of integration is given. That is what? 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power 6x. So that is your Wallis formula. Is it not? So you can use your Wallis formula here. So obviously you know what is the Wallis formula. Just now I have discussed. Here n is what? Even. And for even, the Wallis formula is what? n minus 1, n minus 3 dot dot 3 into 1 divided by n into n minus 2 dot dot 4 into 2 into pi by 2. Simple. So what it will be? So 6. So it will start from n minus 1, 1 less. So 5. Then you write all the odd terms in the numerator and all the even terms in the denominator. So 6. It will start from 1 less from 6. So it will be 5, then 3, then what? 1. Denominator will be what? Start from 6. 6, then 4, then 2. And into pi by 2. Into pi by 2. And then you do just simply use the Wallis formula. So you are getting what? 5 pi by 32. So see, in a single line, you will be able to got the answer of this 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power 6 x dx. But if you don't know this Wallis formula, so I think to get the result, first you need to find out the integration of sine to the power 6, and then you need to put this 0 to pi by 2. So it will become very tedious job. It will become very difficult, no? But if you know the Wallis formula, see, even in a single line, you will be able to find out the value of the integration. Similarly, for your what? Odd, if n is odd, so using Wallis formula here, see, your cos power. You know, now one more thing, I have not told you that. The Wallis formula for sine to the power n or cos to the power n will be same. There is no difference. Okay. Whatever be the, you have got the value of sine to the power nx here, the same, it will be remain same for what? 0 to pi by 2 cos to the power what? Cos to the power n. There will be no change in the formula. The formula for this will be same as the formula of this one. Is that clear? There will be no change.
Yes, sir.
The formula will be same for both. For Wallis formula, I'm telling, okay? Not I'm telling about the reduction formula. I'm telling for the Wallis formula. Because in Wallis formula, there is a limit of indication. And due to that limit of indication, if you can verify by yourself. You can verify by yourself also. As you have found out the Wallis formula for sine to the power nx, in a similar fashion, you find out the Wallis formula for cos to the power nx. You will get the same result as you have got in case of what? Sine to the power nx dx. So that's why just I have used that result here. What was that one? Yes, what was the result for sine if n is odd? Forward. This is n minus 1, n minus 3 dot dot 4 into 2. Then n into n minus 2. Okay. Into, and the last into 1. Okay. So then numerator, you are getting even term, you will get, and the denominator, you will get odd term. So now see here, same thing. What it is? 9. So 1 less, 8, then 6, then 4, then 2. After that you can't write because it will become 0. So you can't put here 0. Then denominator start with 9 with the same value, whatever with the same power of cos. So 9, then 1 less, 9, then 7, then 5, then 3, then 1 into 1. So I'll multiply, you'll get. Similarly, there are many problems. Many problems are here. You follow the process and use the result, you will get the solution. Okay. Now this problem, now if you see the example 6, this one. So to get the result, to get the value of this one, value of this integration, we need some substitution, trigonometric substitution. So in place of x, just you put a sine theta. Okay. And then you see what you are getting. This type of problem already you have solved in class 12. So just in and already you have made the substitution method. So obviously, you know, so if you put x equal to a sine theta, then after substitution, see here, what you are getting? You are getting a to the power 4, 0 to pi by 2, sine to the power 4, theta, d theta. Okay. So obviously, now you can use the Wallis formula here. Put the Wallis formula, use the Wallis formula, you will get this result. Okay. So there are many problems using substitution method also. That's using substitution method. Using substitution method, you can convert that integration into what? Into Wallis formula. Okay. So there are many. Okay. So you do up to this. In next class, we'll discuss the reduction formula for what? For more trigonometric function like here tan and cot. Okay. So till today, you practice till this. Is that clear? And in the next class, we'll discuss about the reduction formula for what? Tan and cot and more.